Hey guys, what's up? I'm Ella, and recently I got the iPhone 13 Pro. So I actually already did an unboxing and first impressions video for this, and pretty much immediately after filming that video, I updated this phone to iOS 15 and started playing around with all of the customizations. I definitely did a lot, so in this video, I'll be showing you everything that I did to set up and customize my brand new iPhone. And of course, if you just got a new iPhone or if you want to revamp your current iPhone, then feel free to follow along with the customizations, and I really hope that you'll learn something interesting from this video. And we'll get started after a brief message from the sponsor of today's video, which is Cuckoo. This is the Cuckoo air purifier. It filters out fine dust, allergens, and other airborne particles using a true HEPA 3-stage filter that is mounted in the base. And this is what the filter looks like. I also got an additional filter in the package, which is quite nice. So when Cuckoo reached out to me, I was actually already looking for an air purifier because I noticed that there were a lot of dust particles floating in the air, which made my desk very dusty and my nose would sometimes get itchy. But now with the Cuckoo air purifier, I'm noticing that the air and my desk are a lot less dusty than before. This air purifier is very compact and can cover up to 228 square feet. I decided to place it in this corner of my living room. Now, the Cuckoo air purifier is quite smart. It has a dust sensor that can automatically detect the air quality, and it lets you know through this light ring. Red means poor, yellow means moderate, and blue means excellent. You can adjust the brightness of this light or turn it off. And when the filter needs to be changed, the Cuckoo air purifier will also let you know through the light ring blinking red. It also has 3 different fan speed options: sleep, which is the lowest, turbo, which is the highest, and auto, which adjusts the speed according to the air quality. And you also have the option to set a timer for 2, 4, or 8 hours. And if you set a timer, then the air purifier will be on for that amount of time, and then it will shut off by itself. So the Cuckoo air purifier is available at Costco in the US and Canada. You can click on the links in my description to learn more about it. And now back to the video. Okay, so if you just bought a brand new iPhone, then you actually get 3 months of free Apple TV and Apple Arcade. I redeemed my offer, and honestly, there is nothing too exciting, but still, I think this offer is a good one and worth redeeming. Okay, so this is what my iPhone looked like before. It just had the default wallpaper, which I mean, does look pretty, but it's not very personal. There are also a bunch of pre-installed Apple apps on there, along with a few widgets. And this is what my phone looks like right now. I think it's very well organized, but still very functional. Like, I can very easily and quickly get to all of the apps that I need, but I still think it's pretty aesthetic. Okay, so the very first thing to do is to delete some of those pre-installed apps. There's definitely a lot of pre-installed Apple apps on a brand new iPhone, but it's still better than on my Samsung phone, which came with a bunch of pre-installed Google, Microsoft, and Samsung apps. So I just deleted the ones that I know I am never going to use and moved the ones that I think I maybe use once in a while to the app library so that they are not cluttering up my home screen. And the second step is to download some apps from the App Store. But actually, before downloading your apps, there is something that you can do to make this process just slightly easier. So go into Settings and then Home Screen and take the Add to Home Screen option for newly downloaded apps. And this way, your downloaded apps will actually go directly onto your home screen instead of just in the app library. When I was first downloading a bunch of apps, I found that this made it easier to find the app that I just downloaded. So this might be helpful for you too. But yeah, anyway, so after doing that, I just went into the App Store and downloaded my social media apps, my Google apps. Those are what I use primarily for like productivity work things, and also some games from Apple Arcade. And now it's time to customize the home screen, and I like to start with the wallpaper. So a site that I like to use to find high resolution wallpapers is unsplash.com, and I found this blue one. I think it's really pretty and also kind of matches the color of this phone, Sierra Blue. So then I just downloaded it and set it as my home screen wallpaper. And for your lock screen, you can actually set a live photo as the wallpaper. And normally it would just look like a regular photo, but if you press and hold on it, then it actually moves. However, I noticed that this doesn't work for the home screen. The live photo will not move when it's set as the home screen wallpaper. It will just look like any other regular wallpaper. But I really like live photos, and I'm really glad that I can set them as my lock screen wallpaper. Okay, so after doing that, the next step is to organize your home screen with some widgets and apps. And after trying a bunch of widget apps, these three are my favorite. They are Widgetsmith, Color Widgets, and Photo Widget. These three apps offer a ton of features for free. So I actually did most of my customizations off camera just because it took me a while to decide how I want my home screen to look. But this is what my phone screen looks like right now. So on the very first screen are some of my most used utility apps. And on the very top, I have this widget that shows me the date, the time, as well as the sun path. I think the sun path just looks really cool, so I really like this widget. And I got this from the app Widgetsmith. So in Widgetsmith, you can make a small, medium, or large widget. The sun path widget that I have is a medium widget, and you can make many kinds of widgets, such as a photo widget, time, date, calendar. And for each widget, you can customize it further, like with the font and the color. And after making the widget, in order to add it to your home screen, all you have to do is hold down on your home screen until it goes into the jiggle mode, and then click on add and find the Widgetsmith app, and then just select whatever size widget you just made. So I just made a medium widget, then just click on add widget and then click done. And now just hold onto the widget until you see the edit widget option. Click on that and then select the one that you just made. So I do recommend naming your widgets so that you know which one is which. And yeah, that's it. And now you have your own custom widget on your home screen. Okay, so also on the first screen, I have this widget that shows me either the sunrise or sunset time. If you guys couldn't tell, I am pretty into the sun's activities. But anyways, so this widget is from an app called Color Widget. And in Color Widget, you have many widget options to display the date, time, and even QR links and music. So that is pretty unique and cool. And for each widget, you can further customize the font and the colors as well. All right, so that's it for my first screen. And now onto my second screen, which mostly just contains my social media apps. So at the very top, I have this medium-sized screen time widget that shows me my screen time, but also like the individual app breakdowns as well. And over here on the side, I have this small battery widget that shows me the battery percentage of my phone because the battery indicator at the very top doesn't. And also, if I were to have my AirPods connected to this phone right now, then my AirPods battery will actually show up here as well. And both of these widgets are just made by Apple. Now down here, I have a small photo album of pictures of my dog, and I can actually swipe through them just like this. So this seems like a pretty fancy widget, but it's actually really simple. Each of these photos is actually just a small photo widget that I made using the app Widgetsmith. And as you guys can see here, I made 7 of these small photo widgets. So after creating all of my photo widgets, I just dragged them on top of each other in order to create a widget stack. And by the way, you can create widget stacks for any widgets, not just, photo widgets. And after creating my stack, now I can flip through all of these. So yeah, I think this is really cute, and it's definitely my favorite widget on my home screen, or actually favorite stack of widgets. Okay, and now for the third screen. So this is dominated by 2 widgets. The first one that I have here is a large weather widget. This one is just the default one that's made by Apple, and I actually really like it. It shows me detailed information for the next few hours. Oh, and actually I see it's showing me like information for the next few minutes because it's going to rain for the next hour. The weather in Toronto has really not been it lately. Like, I really need more sun. But anyways, so down here is just my medium-sized Google Calendar widget. It shows me the entire month as well as any events that I have during that day. So yeah, that's actually all of the pages that I have on my phone. I do have many more apps, but the rest of them are just in the app library, and I actually don't go in there all that much. But instead, if I ever need an app, I would just search for it by swiping down, which is super fast and definitely much faster than going into the app library. Okay, and one last thing. So if you swipe towards the left from the first screen, then there's actually a whole other page that's just for widgets. And over here, I have placed 5 widgets. The first one shows me the battery percentage, the date, and the time. So that's a lot of information. And this one is from Color Widget. The second one shows me the number of steps that I took today, and it's also from Color Widget. And this next one is a cute little like graphic of a dog or a lamb. I don't know what that is, but this one is from Photo Widget. I'm not going to go too much into Photo Widget, but there are lots of widget options with just very cutesy designs in there. So if you're interested in that, then I definitely recommend checking out Photo Widget. And the last widget just shows me information about the moon, and it's from Widgetsmith. Okay, so you can also make custom icons in iOS. However, this process is a bit complicated. First, you have to go into the Shortcuts app and then click on the add icon, click on open app, and then choose whatever app you want to make the custom icon for. Let's just go with TikTok. Also, you can give this shortcut a name. So I'm just going to name it TikTok to match with what the real TikTok app would look like. And after doing so, just click on this blue icon at the very top here and click add to home screen. And before you click add, click on the default icon and click choose photo, and then choose your custom icon from your photo album. And finally, click on add. So this process is definitely not difficult, and especially after doing it a few times, you will get the hang of it, but it's still more complicated than I would like it to be. However, the biggest downside of custom icons is that you will get this annoying pop-up every single time you tap on your custom icon. I believe in iOS 14, you could turn off notifications for the Shortcuts app, and that was able to get rid of the pop-up. However, I don't think this works in iOS 15 anymore, because I did turn off notifications for the Shortcuts app, but I still got that annoying pop-up. I would love to customize my icons on the iPhone. Right now on my Android phone, I do have custom icons and I love how they look. But until I can make this annoying pop-up go away, I will not be customizing iPhone icons, just because I think that is too big of a downside and just hinders on the overall usability of my phone. But overall, I had lots of fun customizing the iPhone, although it certainly took quite a while. Even as an Android user, I am pretty happy with the amount of customizations that you can do on an iPhone. There are already many widget options from both Apple and third-party apps, and I'm sure in the future there will only be more and more. But I do hope that widgets will become interactive so that I can play or pause music directly from the widget or scroll through my calendar, just like on my S21. Okay, and the very last thing is to go into your settings. I would highly suggest going into the settings and just taking a look around at everything there. I found a bunch of very interesting things while looking through the settings, and these are the ones that I found to be the most useful. So first, under notifications, you can turn on scheduled summary, which will give you a summary of your notifications at a certain time. This is a brand new feature in iOS 15, and I'm definitely looking forward to experiencing it. And as for screen sharing, so you can enable notifications while screen sharing, or you can just keep it disabled. I will definitely be keeping this off so that I won't have to worry about any embarrassing notifications popping up while I'm sharing my screen. All right, next, so underneath sounds and haptics, there is a headphone safety option. And here you can set a decibel level so that your headphone audio will not be louder than that. Now, I'm not sure if the iPhone knows how sensitive your headphones are, so I would suggest testing it with a pair of your headphones that you're gonna be using the most with this phone before trusting this feature. And then if you scroll to the bottom, there are 3 options for keyboard clicks, lock sound, and system haptics. So I'm going to turn off the keyboard clicks because I really don't like those at all. But I think I'm gonna keep the lock sound and the system haptics on. Okay, and next let's go into focus. So here you can actually set focus modes, which is a brand new feature in iOS 15, and I'm actually really excited about this. For each of these modes, you can choose which people and apps you want to allow notifications from. And after setting it up, when you have that mode turned on, then you will only receive notifications from those people and those apps. And you can also have your focus mode sync across all of your Apple devices, which I definitely think is pretty nice. I am definitely going to set up some focus modes because I really need the separation between school and the rest of my life. All right, next is the control center. So this is what you see when you swipe down from the right corner of the phone. And in the control center settings, you can choose which controls will show up in your control center. So I decided to include the camera, screen recording, calculator, flashlight, and alarm, along with some others. Okay, and lastly, under the display and brightness, here you can choose what kind of appearance you want. I think I'm just going to stick with dark mode. And there's also the option to turn off True Tone. I know some people really hate True Tone. I'm personally okay with it. Like, I don't mind it, so I'm just going to keep it enabled. And finally, the auto lock. So by default, it is only 30 seconds, which is just way too short for me. So I'm going to set it to 5 minutes. And yeah, so those are all of the customizations that I did to this phone. Overall, I really like how I customized this phone. I feel like now it's like really mine and very personalized. So yeah, I'm super excited to continue playing with it, and I will definitely be doing a full review where I will go in depth about all of the features of this phone, and also I'll be comparing it to my Android phone, the Galaxy S21. So if you don't want to miss that video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and you can also check out some links that I have down below, like my other social media, along with my filming setup and desk setup. And yeah, that's all that I have to say. So I really hope to see you in another one of my videos. Bye!